Hey guys, Kane the Boss here with a new video. This one was a long time in the making, mostly because of other creative distractions and also Car Seat Headrest announcing a new album and Eternal Take by Lil Uzi Vert finally coming out. You can't possibly blame me for spending all my time listening to the new Car Seat Headrest single.
Fully operational, huh? Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Intro over. Today I'm talking about the version differences in Sonic Mega Collection and its successor Sonic Mega Collection Plus. I'll be playing these on an emulator to make things easier to record on my end, and before you tell me that's illegal, check this out. Okay, see, look guys, I have a copy of the game right here. See, hold on. Yeah. Cybershell disappeared and possibly died 2 years ago, so it's my turn to bat. Except this time, instead of professionalism with a hint of 4chan humor, you get a retard recording with his phone microphone who suspiciously sounds like he's reading from a script, and you can also hear his fan in the background. Let's start with some preliminary information about both games first. Sonic Mega Collection released on the GameCube in 2002, and Mega Collection Plus came out 2 years later on the Xbox and PS2 in 2004. Both of these contain the golden age of Genesis Sonic video games in stunning 480p. You can almost see Tails. But these collections really are fantastic for Sonic fans. It has more than just games, and it's really evident in the extra section where you can look at all the old-ass manuals for these games, and they're actually like high-quality scans that you can zoom in on and shit. You can watch videos related to other Sonic games, except that's really only in the original. And the games that come in both versions of the collection are Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, Sonic Spinball, Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and Sonic 3D Blast.
Okay, what the heck is this thing?
So what does Plus add, and why is it important to cover this in a video? To answer your first question, a lot. To answer your second question, fuck off. Read the Wikipedia if you want. I'm trying to entertain people here. Now, time to cover the differences between the two. But wait, Kay, what about Sonic Gems Collection? Yeah, Sonic Gems Collection. Sonic Gems Collection has Sonic CD on it, and there's a bunch of other games that were made specifically for fucking mouth-breathing troglodytes with an IQ matching the temperature of my freezer. Feel free to play Sonic Drift 2 or Tails Sky Patrol if you buy this fucking piece of shit. You can unlock the Streets of Rage games, but other than that, it's just a game you buy to play Sonic CD in 2005. Just play the Christian Whitehead port of CD anyway. So Sonic Mega Collection contains 14 amazing games, with 7 of them being unlockable by doing different retarded things. It's quite generous, especially by today's shitty game collection standards. You could probably call this the best Sonic games collection. Wait, what's that? So yeah, Sonic Mega Collection Plus exists and blows the original out of the water. Like, get the fuck away from me. Bring me the sexy one. Ooh, hey sweetheart, do you like the Sega Game Gear? Yeah, Mega Collection Plus adds a bunch of Sega Game Gear Sonic games into the mix that nobody's ever fucking heard of because nobody owned a Sega Game Gear. And although the Game Gear may have sported a light bright looking ass color screen, which is impressive for a handheld in the 90s, fucking look at this thing. It looks like fucking spy binoculars had sex with a brick. I'm not buying that for my kid. My child wants Mario Land on the Game Boy. This dumb, souped-up collection also sports a very helpful UI change that I definitely prefer to the original. Feels like I'm walking into an aquarium or like a library or something. Also, changing it so most places in the menus had music, I was like as calm, if not calmer, than the Dire Dire Docks fucking music. Almost made me fucking coom my pants when I was 7. Listen to this shit. Don't ask me how, but the constant in this universe is that almost every Sonic game has a fucking amazing soundtrack, and the fact that the menus in this are great just add to how good both versions of the collection are. To directly compare what games are added in Plus, they are Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear, Sonic Chaos for Game Gear, Sonic Drift for Game Gear, Sonic Labyrinth for Game Gear, Mean Bean Machine for the Game Gear, and Sonic Blast for the fucking Game Gear.
Okay, what the heck is this thing?
There's also non-Sonic games you can unlock by achieving certain tasks in both collections. These games are Flicky, Rystar, Comic Zone, and the Ooze. Unlocking some things in these collections can be a pain. Like, in order to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you gotta play Sonic 3 and then Sonic and Knuckles, both 20 times each, which means you gotta either dedicate like 30 minutes of clicking on games, or just make sure you really like playing Sonic Mega Collection on the PS2 in the year 2020 if you ever want to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Most of the unlocks just even out to playing games over and over again, which I mean is better than having actual playtime counts and having to play Sonic 1 for 20 hours or some shit, because that would be torture. Other than that, we got the extra section, which I get a lot of nostalgia out of personally. You can look at the covers of the Sonic Archie comics, watch the Sonic Heroes intro cutscene come together, read about characters and their personalities and shit. Now, believe it or not, as a kid, this was the only Sonic game I played until I turned about 10 and got Sonic Generations. I dodged like an entire minigun drum worth of bad Sonic games, but I also never got to see these cool characters in the extras section other than here. It's kind of mind-boggling how I never became obsessed with Sonic, seeing how much I played this one collection as a child, but I see that as a very good thing. I played all the good Sonic games and missed out on a lot of fucking trash. I still gotta play Colors and Unleashed though. So are these collections worth it? Modern day, maybe. If you have a PS2 or Wii or GameCube or Xbox, I say absolutely spend $10 on these. These are like everywhere, and they're perfect ways to play classic Sonic games. Emulate them if you want, they work fine on my crappy laptop. But really, these are semi-out-of-date but perfect pieces of nostalgia for any Sonic fan. Collections like these feel uncommon, and a lot of modern-day collections just feel like soulless lists. These really feel like love and care was put into them. These collections feel like a museum of another time period. One maybe I missed out on because I was born too late, but I still feel the soul love through this. This has been an Epic Gamer Kane the Boss video. I'm your host Kane the Boss signing off. See you next time.